What's going on, guys? Colossal Titan back here with another statue review. Today I'm bringing you the War Machine Maquette from Age of Ultron. I have number 93 of 750. Guys, I don't know what to say about this piece. I love it. It was so much more than I was anticipating, honestly, after seeing the Iron Patriot paint job last year. I didn't order this until I saw in-hand pics, and as soon as I saw those pics, I placed the order the next day, and it was at my house within like 3 or 4 days. This thing is, in my opinion, amazing. I'm not saying it's perfect, you know, as far as paint job and whatnot, but it looks really, really good. I mean, the details on here, everything just looks incredible. I mean, down here, like the dust on his feet, it's just kind of like that Iron Man I did a review recently on as well. Same concept, you know, but here it's a little harder to see because it's kind of like white speckles, versus on Iron Man it looks like sand with his black armor here. But it looks really good nonetheless. And then the detail here on the Ultron drone looks very nice. On this, I wasn't 100% sure on like how to set that in there. Had to play with it for a little while. It's kind of tricky. I finally kind of figured it out because when I was looking at the back of it, every time I was sitting it in there, this was all like sticking up quite a bit. So I figured out that I guess you kind of have to play with the foot back here a little bit, push it to the back a little, and then he'll just kind of drop in place. In case anyone has trouble in the future with it or whatnot, might help you. As far as paint app, I mean, it's really minute, at least on my piece. You know, any defaults really. Let me see if I can just spot a couple offhand. I mean, like up here, like where his gun would be pivoting back and forth, there's like a little speck of black in there. I mean, it's minute though. It's nothing to get excited about at all. I mean, the decals and all that look good. You know, I can't complain on that. I think there were some parts here in his chest armor. Yeah, see, like right in here. You know, it's probably kind of hard to see, but kind of did it there for you. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing major. I mean, overall, this piece looks incredible. Much better than I anticipated. The base is not real heavy, I'll tell you that, but it looks really good. Most of your weight is in the figure himself. I have to agree with a lot of people that they talked about how they've made all the bases with this black base like this and then have the feature on top. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it's not particularly my favorite either. You know, not that it really takes away from the piece, but I don't know, just kind of plain for my taste. Maybe I'm just being too picky, I don't know. But here, let me switch on the lights for you. Kind of get a look at it from that point of view as well. Again, I always use the plug-in. I prefer it over the batteries. There he goes. All the lights look good. Underneath here works as well. And on this one, all the lights look even. Unlike that Iron Man that I recently reviewed, that Mark 42, where the lights all seem to have different shades going on. Like I said, I don't know if that was just a thing with that piece or what. You know, I hadn't really heard too much talk about that as far as that goes. But I mean, man, the detail on here is just crazy. All these crevices and everything going on. All the joints here. It's like, you know, where his arm would come through, like how it has like an elastic or whatever. Not elastic, but, you know, like rubber. You know, like that amount of detail to show that, you know, so he can maneuver around properly and everything. And then here too, you know, same kind of thing. You know, and the decals here saying danger, ammo, Danger, danger, danger. More ammo here. And the gun itself is pretty cool. You know, it's just held in there by a little peg. Just slides into the back, and that's it. Nothing major. You know, I have heard some people complain about, you know, they don't like how it's kind of sticking up versus kind of straightforward. I mean, it doesn't bother me, you know. I think it looks fine. You know, it's kind of like he's going after multiple targets at once versus all just in front of him. You know, compare this to the Mark 42. I believe this has a better paint job overall. And I kind of have, you know, like I like War Machine better, anyway, let's put it that way, than I do Iron Man per se. I just think he's a cooler character all around. Not to say Iron Man's not cool, because he is, but I just like the whole idea of War Machine and all his extra gadgets and whatnot. But yeah, guys, if you had any doubts about this, don't hesitate. I'm sure it won't last long. Or it might, you know, just because people are so hesitant because of paint job and whatnot. But, I mean, you can see in my video here that it looks pretty darn good. It is like a matte black paint, but it doesn't take away from it. It looks nice. It still has a nice shine to it. It's all like metallic silver, you know, all around. I did just notice while making the video here, like on his gun here, right here, like in this area, you know, the paint's a little off or whatnot, but again, nothing major, nothing I can't live with. But yeah, I mean, all these little decals and everything, disengaged to service, you know. I'm going to assume the 002, you know, because it's supposed to be like, I guess the Mark II, you know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it's supposed to mean. And then of course you have Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes here. Just nice little touches they put on. Anyhow, guys, I think that's going to do it for me. I got a little piece of styrofoam caught in there. I mean, look. This all looks great here. The vents here. It just looks great all around. I couldn't be happier. Alright guys, I'm really going to take off now. Hope you enjoyed the review. I hope this helps. And I'll catch you next time. Guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks again.